Good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. This is Kat of Catalyst Holistic Life Coaching, and I'm here to do your weekly guidance reading for the week of July 8th through the 14th. We just moved through our first week of July. So crazy. The year is halfway over already. And we just had a new moon last week, as well as a shift with Mercury going retrograde yesterday. Today. I'm getting my dates messed up. Today, Mercury is going retrograde, so communication and anything to do with technology can face some hardships during the next couple weeks, and we are in retrograde Leo, so anything having to pertain to matters of the heart, passions, fiery things. Leo is also I want to say they're the fifth house, so anything related in the fifth house of astrology. And so paying attention to kind of how that turns up for you over the next couple weeks. Now is not a time to really start anything new. It's a time to kind of reflect and dive deeper into what's already there and clear out so that when the full moon comes around, we have more to release, and this will be a stronger energy to release with as well. So for the weekly guidance reading, I am going back to using the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz, and then a spirit guide from the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. So it's a 3-card spread, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the weekend. So beginning tomorrow and Tuesday, we have the 5 of Swords. So swords usually have to do with mentality or the mental air kind of energy. And so with the 5 of Swords, these are very self-inflicting thoughts. You can see the worm is being severed in half. So this is a card about self-infliction. So this can either have to do with negative self-talk or negative beliefs about yourself. And so, especially now that Mercury is going retrograde, maybe since Mercury also has to do with the mind and the mentality, these could really start to be coming to a head for you, things that maybe you've overcome before or thought that you had dealt with that are just kind of rearing its head again and asking to be shown so that you can clear these negative aspects about yourself away. And so really paying attention to when these do come up for you, not overly attaching yourself to them or believing that they're true, but seeing what the lesson is there. And then for Wednesday, Thursday, we have the 7 of Cups in reverse. So the 7 of Cups usually has to do with illusions, a bunch of offerings of choice, things that are kind of like indulgences, like things that aren't actually good for you. Like this could be alcohol or just any sort of patterns that you indulge in that are actually really not for your best interest. But with it being in the reverse in the middle of the week, you finally have that clarity. You finally have made that choice towards a healthier outlook. And so maybe these negative thoughts or self-destructive behaviors could have something to do with addictions for some of you that are watching, or patterns with other people, toxicity, different things like that. And so midweek, you're going to find this clarity, or you're going to make this choice to actively move away from that. And for the weekend, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune has to do with cycles and karma and the continued movement. So this is a good sign for coming this weekend, is that passing through this kind of dream catcher and allowing all the negative to be left behind as you move forward into this new cycle. And the Wheel of Fortune is always moving. The cycles are always turning. So it's whether the question is, are you really going to release this to be able to move into this new cycle of light? Or will you find more resistance and continue to fall into these negative self patterns and not allow these new things to be let go of? So really looking for this weekend, finding ways to do some sort of release for yourself. And if you've noticed these behaviors in yourself, really sitting and writing down kind of affirmations like, this isn't how I want to be anymore, or cutting the ties that are holding you back in that past pattern. So whether it's with people or attachments to things, like doing some sort of releasing ceremony is also a good way to move forward from that. Okay, and then for our spirit guide for the week, we have the beaver spirit in the protection. So in her deck, Colette Baron Reed, with the animal spirit, she says with reversals, they're called protectors. So it's a protection totem that's watching over you this week. So laying a solid foundation. So with it being in protection, Beaver is really asking for you to clear out all of these things to be able to make way for a new foundation. Because if you set yourself up on all these negative things and these illusions that you've played into, you're not going to have the ability to be able to strongly move forward. Things might more easily fall apart and not be in your best interest. And so really focusing on setting up yourself for success and building this foundation with some new ideas, some new ways of thinking. Because once we build onto this new way of thinking, we'll have something stronger and something new that will not so easily crumble by certain situations. So if this is related to someone in your life or people that have affected you, you won't be able to be so easily torn down or swayed from your path like you may have been before. All right. So great energy for the week. It's kind of heavy, which usually happens with Mercury retrograde. But it's all happening for a good reason. Like 2019, again, is feeling kind of like that clearing out just a little bit more before we finally have the next year where everything, I think, is going to be kind of just going from what I've understood about the astrology so far. And since we are in a couple of Earth years, like right now we're in Earth Boar. So it's the final Chinese element of Earth for this cycle until we move into next year, which will be a rat. I'm not sure which element it's going to be. I'll have to double check that. But so we'll be moving into something with a more solid foundation. I think it might be wood, honestly, either water or wood. And so we have to have that solid foundation from these Earth years with everything cleared out to be able to move into this new growth, moving into wood years. So I think that's all I have for you today. If you felt like that resonated with you and you want to know more, please contact me for a personal reading. And otherwise, I think that is all. I am still doing some beta testing for my yoga Reiki infusions. I'll post a link to the offer in the video as well. But I have a few slots filled, so get them while they last. I'm only offering 10, so I think there's about 7 left right now. So if you'd like to do that, you can contact me through the email or through my website. So thank you again. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.